And maybe the most important as a leader is that you're in pursuit of a higher calling. I was an early on executive at AOL. I never talked about the quarter. I always talked about building a medium that was more valuable than the television and telephone, the major media that came before us. I talked about the magic of connecting consumers together through this online experience. And when we were in pursuit of that, the company did great. When we were in more of service to Main Street than we were Wall Street, the company did great. With the Caps, with my sports teams, the Wizards, we have a very good hockey team. I don't just want us to win a Stanley Cup. I want to build lifelong memories between fathers and sons and mothers and daughters. I had a personal experience a couple of years ago. When I was growing up, we didn't have much money, disposable income in our house. And for my 8th birthday, my dad bought 2 season tickets for the New York Jets. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and the tickets were $7 each. So it's $14 a game times 7 games. And those were really meaningful times for me. I'd go to Sunday school, I'd rush home, I'd change. My dad would take me to the games, and the second year we owned the tickets, the Jets made it to the Super Bowl, and then they eventually beat the Baltimore Colts in the Super Bowl. It was the biggest upset in sports at the time, and I just remember my dad and I hugging and crying and calling all of our relatives, and then that following Tuesday there was a ticker tape parade, and my dad took the day off from work and pulled me out of school and took me to the ticker tape parade. And I'm sitting on his shoulders and watching the carts go by and Joe Namath waving and stuff. And fast forward now 40-something years, and my father passed away at 94 years old 3 years ago. And I was very close with my mom and dad, been very close with my dad. And so he passes away, and 2 years later, the Jets are playing the Indianapolis Colts in the playoffs. And to promote the game, the NFL channel is showing the Super Bowl from 1969, the Jets versus the Colts. And it's a Saturday, and I'm on my treadmill in my house, and I'm walking on the treadmill, huffing and puffing, and they're showing the game. And all of those memories about going to the games with my dad start to wash up on me. And it becomes really emotional, and I start weeping. I put the treadmill on pause, and I'm crying. And my wife walks by to go to the laundry room, and she sees me crying. And she runs up to me, and she says, "Are you okay? You okay?" I'm going, "Oh, Joe Namath, Super Bowl, my dad." And my wife says, "You're absolutely pathetic." And I went, "I know what business I'm in. I make grown men cry 40 years after the fact. Like, what business can you be in that can conjure up a memory that's more than 40 years old that makes someone cry?" That's such a huge responsibility. That's the business that you're in when you own sports teams.